Have you ever found yourself awake at 3 a.m., the only light in the room coming from your phone? That used to be me, night after night. I'd be scrolling endlessly, my thumb moving on its own, my eyes stinging. Each post, each story, each curated life felt like a tiny jab, a reminder of something I wasn't doing. Somewhere I wasn't, someone I wasn't. My chest would get this tight, heavy feeling, a strange mix of emptiness and the frantic fear of missing out on what, exactly? I didn't even know. I remember one night vividly. The room was completely silent except for the almost inaudible hum of my phone. A notification pinged, and the sound felt so loud, so jarring, it was like a judgment bell ringing in the darkness. I literally dropped my phone onto the bed as if it had burned me. In the sudden silence that followed, all I could hear was the sound of my own breathing, shallow and quick. It was a stark, lonely moment. I realized I wasn't connecting with anyone. I was just isolating myself in a sea of digital noise. I was sacrificing my peace, my sleep, my own mental well-being for a stream of content that left me feeling more hollow than before. That was my breaking point. I knew something had to change. It wasn't a dramatic, overnight transformation. It was small, intentional steps. I started by setting a non-negotiable rule for myself: phone off, or at least out of arm's reach, by 11 p.m. At first, it was incredibly hard. My brain screamed for that familiar hit of dopamine, that mindless scroll. The silence felt uncomfortable, almost deafening, but I stuck with it. Instead of reaching for my phone, I started a new ritual. I began making myself a cup of herbal tea, something warm and comforting like chamomile or lavender. Just the act of boiling the water, waiting for the tea to steep, and holding the warm mug in my hands was a grounding experience. It was a simple, physical act that pulled me back into my own body, into the present moment. The warmth would spread through my hands, and I'd take slow, deliberate sips. It was a signal to my mind and body that it was time to wind down. Then came the biggest game changer. I started reading again, real, physical books. I picked up stories I'd been meaning to read for years, novels that could transport me to different worlds, nonfiction that sparked my curiosity. Instead of my phone's harsh blue light, my face was illuminated by the soft glow of a bedside lamp. The rustle of turning a page replaced the silent flick of a thumb. My mind, which had been so wired and anxious from scrolling, slowly began to unwind as it followed a narrative, a single thread of thought. I wasn't just consuming random bits of information anymore. I was immersing myself in something that had depth, that required focus. The dreams that followed were different too. They weren't anxious and fragmented. I started dreaming of the worlds I was reading about, and I woke up feeling not just rested, but genuinely refreshed, like my mind had been on a meaningful journey instead of a frantic, pointless race. My mornings transformed. I no longer felt groggy and depleted. I had more energy, more clarity. Building this new ritual wasn't about adding more tasks to my day. It was about subtracting the noise and intentionally adding peace. It was about reclaiming my nights from the digital void and giving them back to myself. The empty FOMO was replaced by a sense of genuine purpose and contentment. I realized I wasn't missing out on anything important online. The most important thing I was missing out on was my own peace, my own rest, and my own presence in my own life. If you find yourself in that same loop of late-night scrolling, feeling that same emptiness, I want you to know you can break free. It starts with one small choice. Maybe tonight you put the phone down just 5 minutes earlier. Maybe you pick up a book that's been collecting dust on your shelf. Or maybe you just sit in the quiet and listen to your own breath, reconnecting with yourself. This journey is about being kind to yourself, about recognizing that you deserve a peaceful end to your day. You deserve to wake up feeling restored and ready, not drained and anxious. Your well-being is more valuable than any notification or endless feed. Find what soothes you, what grounds you, and build your own sanctuary away from the screen. It might feel strange at first, but I promise you, the peace you'll find on the other side is worth it. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. I hope it resonated with some of you. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I'd love to hear about your own evening rituals in the comments below. Take care and sleep well.